No, I don't
look
like that.
out!
Death Valley driver! Through the table!
Oh, man, that's it.
That crushed Amira. That could be it.
But it also crushed Funnybone as well.
Funnybone sacrificing his own body to put Amira through that table as it breaks into dozens of pieces.
Oh, the referee's counting both wrestlers out right now. As you can see, both are struggling right now.
We are at the count of 7. Funnybone looks to be the first one to be getting to his feet.
Is he gonna get up?
Oh, Funnybone is down. Wait a minute, Amira's rolled out of the ring. She's on her feet. 10, that's the count of 10. Amira just did it.
Wait a minute, are you telling me that Amira just won the title? Oh my goodness!
The reign of Funnybone is over!
It's the dawning of a new era here on POW Pro Wrestling, the Tower of Power era. We are just 1 week removed from Amira's historic POW Pro Wrestling Championship victory over Funnybone, and the fan base still talking about it. I'm Brian Zane, he's Mr. Ooh La La. Mr. Amira conquering Funnybone in that last person standing match was something that I'm not going to forget anytime soon.
Well, she doesn't have facial hair. Amira won that one by the head of her teeny chin chin, slipping out of the ring, hitting her feet on the floor just as Funnybone collapsed, and all of Funnybone's negative karma for being a miscreant, for being a ghoul for all these years here in POW Pro Wrestling, hurting people like myself and others, came back to bite him, and now Amira is the placeholder champion, just ready to be crushed by whoever she may need.
Well, some people do believe in karma, and you might have a point there, mister, but be that as it may, you can't take anything away from Amira's victory. We are going to hear from the new champion later on in this week's broadcast. But mister, before we get to that, we've got a grudge match years in the making. It all goes back to Back From Beyond. It was POW's big return show after being away during the pandemic, and that was where the Massaro family began to take hold in POW Pro Wrestling. It was Vinnie Massaro, it was the Blanchard brothers, and it was the Muscle, the Honorable Malcolm Phlex, who made up the group. And over time, Phlex was tired of doing the Massaro family's bidding. He was kicked out of the group, and before long lost a loser leaves POW match to Vinnie Massaro. Well, recently, of course, Malcolm Phlex came back to POW Pro Wrestling. The loser leaves POW stipulation has been stripped away, and right now, he definitely wants a piece of the nice guy. I don't like Vinny's chances.
Well, knowing Vincenzo as I do, I know Phlex might have the brawn, but Vincenzo has the brains. He has years, decades of experience more than that dunderhead Malcolm Phlex, you know? He drove Malcolm Phlex out of POW Pro Wrestling, now Malcolm Phlex has come back for more, and Vincenzo is going to seal the deal once and for all, and then climb back into contention for that POW Pro Wrestling Championship.
Yeah, Malcolm Phlex, he is highly motivated, but you can't count out the veteran, the wily veteran of Vinnie Massaro. That match is happening right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is a grudge match. Scheduled for one fall. I went ready. With a 30-minute time limit. Introducing first. When the moon hits your eye like a big And his opponent, weighing in at 290 pounds, your chocolate, from Tacoma, Washington. All rise for the most sizzling, the most unforgettable talent in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the dawn of a new era in POW Pro Wrestling. Amira last week did the unthinkable and became the new POW Pro Wrestling champion.
Crazy.
Speaking of that championship, right now this week in our main event, a former POW Pro Wrestling champion in Vinnie Massaro.
The best.
I know you believe that. He's going to be taking on all 275 pounds of the Honorable Malcolm Phlex.
Now, can you imagine either one of these is
Yeah,
a top
BBJ,
contender for
baby.
Amira's title?
BBJ.
You have to believe in this grudge match. The winner could be the next one in line to challenge
I would think
our
so.
new champion. Absolutely.
I would think so.
Wow, can you imagine what kind of match that could become?
Who could forget it was
Either one of these two.
it was
Come on.
it was over a year ago when Malcolm Phlex was kicked out of POW Pro Wrestling when Vinnie beat him in a loser leaves POW match. But also an interesting wrinkle, guys. It was Amira who threw in the towel on behalf of Phlex.
Yeah, what? Yeah, that's true.
But boy, the history between
Oh!
Phlex. It was Phlex, of course, and you know him very well, Jeremy, because Phlex was the muscle of the Massaro family.
Yes, he was.
But then he started thinking for himself, and you guys didn't like that. You kicked him out.
No, we didn't.
And now, you got to believe that Phlex has nothing but vengeance on his mind. His first real opportunity at Vinnie Massaro since that loser leaves POW match.
Who likes a free thinker?
Oh!
But I tell you, there's a lot
Goodness,
riding on this match, isn't
Boy, he
there?
just used all of his strength, deadlifting Massaro up, and that gut wrench, only a 2 count. Referee Bradley on the call.
So Phlex already wants to go after Amira, and you know Massaro would have no problem in going after Amira. He's already going after Phlex. I mean,
Look at this.
This is going to be an incredible matchup for sure.
Another big slam
Oh!
coming down hard on
Whoa!
the canvas.
Has Phlex
Now,
off the ropes now.
Now, Amira didn't want to have to throw in the towel, but it was Vinnie who used that plastic bag.
I don't
oh, wait a
believe
minute.
that. I don't believe that.
Vinnie was using a plastic bag, and Amira felt she had no choice.
No, I feel like now Amira had a plan. I feel like Amira had a
I don't know
plan.
about that. You know, plastic bag, I begin to wonder at that point.
Here we go now.
Wait a minute.
Revving up his
That was
Phlex.
kind of a strut.
That was a little bit of a strut. I mean, you are a strut impresario. You know a thing or two.
Well, he sees you over here at the announce table, Jeremy Blanchard. He knows.
No, he saw
knows
it.
to give you a little bit
He
of a,
saw it.
little bit of
I know what he
strut
was
there to
doing.
you.
I know what he was doing.
All right, now Phlex looks to have things in hand in the early going of this matchup. Snapmare into that chin lock applied.
And all his weight on top of Vinnie Massaro.
That's right, he's just bearing down on the neck and the shoulder area. Massaro has certainly the experience advantage here by a wide margin. This man has really just done it all on the West Coast, recently completed a tour of Japan. Oh!
Yeah, that's what makes him absolutely dangerous.
Jeremy, you were telling me off air that it was when you got your start in All Pro Wrestling in California, Vinnie Massaro was there.
Yes, he was. He was actually APW champion when I first got there.
Here we go now, Phlex.
And what a hell of a champion he was.
Certainly, I can attest to that. Oh, you and I both have a little experience in
Yes,
APW.
we do. Yes, we do.
And Vinnie Massaro, I mean, God, he was one of the first wrestlers I met when I started in 06.
He actually took me under my wing, and taught me so much, and he was actually younger than me.
He is certainly one of those.
He's a hell of a guy.
One of those wrestling geniuses, to be sure. Take nothing away from Chris Hero, by the way, as Phlex raining down with the corner punches on the nice guy. But wait a minute, not so nice landing.
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Slingshot there. Across the net goes Malcolm Phlex.
Oh, and now Massaro, he smells blood, and he wants to capitalize on this shift of momentum. Big stomps. Oh.
Well, we can tell you something for sure. Vinnie Massaro takes no quarter, gives no quarter, and that's exactly what he's doing in this match right here.
Well,
he's finally pulled off a Brad Lee.
This kid grew up at 16 years old being a wrestler, okay? He knows the ring. He knows how to use it. He knows what he's doing.
Oh, right into the corner goes Massaro. Guys, I still am in shock over what happened last week in that main event. Last person standing, Amira somehow outlasting, surviving against Funnybone to become the first ever woman to hold the POW Pro Wrestling Championship, truly making history.
And I can tell you right now, both of these guys were watching intently in that match, watching it on the monitor, seeing exactly what was going on with Funnybone, because he's not a slouch by any stretch of the imagination with that title, and nor is Amira. And my goodness, the pounding. If you haven't seen that, oh my goodness.
I mean, Funnybone, one of the toughest there is in POW, and it took a lot of fight to put Vinnie Massaro away to win the championship. So, boy, you gotta wonder what Vinnie might do here. What Vinnie might do if he wins this matchup. You have to believe he's got his eyes.
Oh, he knows what he's doing.
On that big blue belt once again.
Me. He's like a chess magician. He knows what he's doing 4 steps ahead of you.
Oh, it could be very interesting whether or not he's going to be a checkmate or not.
No, he's got it. He knows what he's doing.
We shall see whether or not it's going to be Massaro or Phlex, but both of them right now, as you can see, both of them right now sweating profusely.
Bulldog, I'll give you my whole entire paycheck for a year if Vinnie Massaro doesn't win this match.
Whoa, that is, that's a bold claim there.
Do we have that on tape?
Well, we got it on film here. Of course, Jeremy, I know you've got a nice fat contract thanks to your allegiance to the Jarmy.
Oh, I do. I got a huge one.
Well, wait a second. Jeremy, if he's getting the checks from Jonas, doesn't Jonas owe money? He's like
no, he does not own money.
He owes negatively.
Hey, I've never had one bounce whatsoever.
I mean, you will say, I can say this about Jonas. He's got the liquid assets. Oh, big elbows to break out of that. Massaro goes for a clothesline and misses. Elbow ducked by Phlex. Coming off the ropes. And we have ourselves a double clothesline. Both men are down.
Vinnie,
come on, Vinnie!
Take a look. That elbow just missed Malcolm Phlex. That clothesline missed Malcolm Phlex. And as a result,
Malcolm Phlex got lucky.
Hey, Jeremy, I'll put you on the spot right now. Who do you consider a better boss, Vinnie Massaro or Jonas Albert Robinson?
Hey, don't do that.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, don't do you.
That's a stumper.
Brian Zane, God dang it.
Hey, you know, I asked the hard question.
Hey, listen, I've never called you a stupid man. You're not a stupid man, but I'm not going to answer that question.
Well, that is a very diplomatic response from Jeremy Blanchard. As now we are back in an even playing field. Oh my goodness, that chop almost hit him in the face.
That hit him in the face.
Oh, and so did that. Phlex now seeming to have the advantage here. He is
no!
Samoan drop.
No!
Phlex using all that power to his advantage, and he could be putting Massaro away right now.
That's 275 pounds straight down.
Next week, folks, we have got...
he's setting him up right there.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
3-point stance is thwarted by Massaro. And here we now see, wait a minute, power slam maybe. Oh, my God.
My goodness, isn't enough, though.
Boy, that was a close one. Phlex 2.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh.
I love it. I love it.
Wow.
Next week, if you like this action, folks, next week we have the Base Brawl Scramble, a
Oh.
7-man war to determine the new #1 contender for the Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championship as Phlex gets Massaro on his shoulder, slips out. Massaro now going for the snoring elbow. Oh,
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, he made
That's it. It's over. It's over. 1, 2, 3. It's over.
Oh, no.
God dang it.
Boy, I tell you, that almost knocked out Brad Lee
Massaro-
on that last shot
Massaro made Malcolm.
Come on.
He made Malcolm flinch.
You know who I blame? Referee Brad Lee. That's a weak call right there. That was so late, it was unreal.
Snoring elbow made Phlex flinch, and that caused him to get suckered
Oh,
into
no!
DDT.
Spine
And now
buster.
Phlex hits him with a spine buster and is back
No!
on top.
No! No,
That's
don't
the straps
put,
now.
no, you're not Lawler. You're not Lawler. You're definitely not Lawler, okay?
The straps
don't,
are
now,
down.
don't pull the straps down.
And Malcolm
Maybe Coco
Phlex
Coco
No! No!
looking to end this thing
Come
here
on, Vinny!
and put to bed 2 years of frustration
No, come on. 2 years
toward
of
Vinnie
frustration.
Massaro.
This is bull crap right here.
Oh, wait a minute. Phlex going up top here.
What
the hell?
What's
perfect,
Jonas?
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Are you kidding
yeah,
me?
I love it. I love it, Brian.
Wait a
I bet
you
second
do.
here.
You want to draw the line between those two right there? But I don't got a line.
Yeah, I bet two of your favorite people colluding with each
Missed
other
the
here.
elbow.
Wait a minute. Could be all
Flex
for
missed
naught.
the elbow.
No, wait a minute.
That could be it right there. All for naught by Jonas. But now what's Phlex doing? He's got to capitalize here, but his eye is off the ball, and now he's looking right at Jonas.
You just called it.
Well,
You
Jonas
just
shouldn't
called
be
it.
ringside
No,
here.
you just called it. I love this. I love this. He took his eyes off the prize, and now it's over.
Well, why is Jonas even here ringside?
Wait a
Well,
minute.
hey.
Phlex has got a handful of Jonas's shirt. Robinson could get what's coming to him. Now, wait a minute.
No!
And now Phlex, he's in the middle between Massaro
Oh,
and
no.
Robinson trying to fight his way out of this mess.
And they are ignoring the referee's count.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, if Michael Phlex has been out for over 20 minutes.
What?
Okay, 20 seconds.
I was going to say,
All right.
oh, wait a minute, Jonas again.
Wait a
Damn it,
second.
Jonas.
That's twice now that Jonas has been involved.
He just checked Phlex into that
I
ring
didn't see
post.
nothing. My monitor went out.
The ring didn't budge, but Phlex is down as Bradley continues the 10 count.
My monitor went out.
That's
I don't
what
know
you
what's
get for
going
having
on.
Windows 95.
That's a count out loss to Phlex, but
Yeah, that's what I'm talking. I said 20 minutes, but I meant 20 seconds.
There's something wrong.
give the assist to Jonas
was
Albert
gonna say-
Robinson.
No.
Oh, are
yes.
you kidding me?
No.
Yes, yes,
No,
yes.
no.
Yes, yes.
Well, be that as it may, Massaro wins this matchup, albeit by countout.
No, by pure fortitude.
Either way, no matter how you slice it, Vinnie Massaro's won this matchup, and by hook or by crook, you could say he is next in line to challenge the new POW
what
Pro
I'm
Wrestling
talking about,
champion,
baby.
Amira. And boy, I don't know, Amira's
Yeah.
going to have a tough go
Yeah,
of it.
you say it.
If she thought Funnybone was a tough challenge,
Yeah, exactly.
Vinnie Massaro's going to be a whole new ball of wax, folks.
Way ball of wax.
That was
Get
your main
ready.
event, folks. Next week is the Base Brawl Scramble.
That's going to be wild.
Tough loss for Malcolm Phlex there at the ballpark. I just gotta wonder, mister, what does Jonas Albert Robinson have to do with Vinnie Massaro's business, getting involved, and costing Phlex the match?
What a short memory you have, Brian Zane. You remember at Base Brawl 2 when Malcolm Phlex was part of Team Zane and helped out Jonas Albert Robinson from the commissionership, eh?
I guess that's a good point, mister. So, Jonas clearly not over that. It's not as if he has the Jarmy to comfort him in these dark times. He's got to get involved in other people's business. We'll have to wait and see. I know Malcolm Phlex, he's not going to let that slide, and I bet he's going to be going after Jonas before it's all said and done. And I don't think his business with Vinny is done either.
Well, I would say not. I think Malcolm Phlex is going to keep coming at Vinny despite, best efforts, despite best advice. Malcolm Phlex is going to want to get that decisive win over Vincenzo Massaro, but the odds are increasingly against him. I don't think it's ever going to happen, and Malcolm Phlex should just voluntarily leave POW before Vincenzo drags him out again.
Well, we'll have to see about that. One thing we can be sure of, as I mentioned at the top of the program, Amira is your new POW Pro Wrestling champion. She overcame huge odds and overcame a big obstacle in Funnybone. Now, Funnybone, as the champion, no slouch himself, he took on all challengers in a variety of very violent and brutal ways and managed to stay on top for a long time. But it's Amira's time now, and with this monumental occasion happening in POW Pro Wrestling, I recently sat down with the new champion to get her first exclusive words. You're going to want to hear this.
Fans, my guest at this time recently made history when she defeated Funnybone in a last person standing match, and now she is the new POW Pro Wrestling champion. I'm talking about the Tower of Power, Amira. Amira, thanks so much for coming by today.
Yeah, of course.
New POW champion. How does that feel to have that ring in your head?
It's wild. It's only been like a little bit now, but every morning I see the belt just up on my bookcase now, and it's crazy to think that that happened to me. The fight was really hard, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to make it. But then something in me, I just kept going, and when the bell rang, it was the most incredible feeling.
I'll bet. You know, someone who I think would have really had a great reaction to that moment would be this girl right here. I want you to look at this picture here. That's,
oh my gosh.
That was your first show you attended.
Yep.
As a fan for POW Pro Wrestling, you got your picture taken with the Midnight Heat.
Oh my goodness.
And I guess I have to ask you, what would you tell that girl in the crowd if you saw her today?
I'd probably tell her that she's about to make her mother very upset. Yeah, there was no inclination, no indicator that my life would go in this direction. Because I went to university for anthropology and religious studies. I was a fitness instructor and then stumbled on wrestling. And I found wrestling when I was injured from a bouldering accident. And it just was kind of a happy accident that I found it, and then just kind of went from there.
Yeah, I mean, and that match with Funnybone, it was literally a game of inches. It was a matter of degree, because if you didn't fall out of the ring and land on your feet, then, you know, that might have ended in a draw. Who knows what would have happened. So truly, it's a very slim margin. You won the belt, but you certainly earned it. What did it feel like? What did it mean to you to win the championship at PK Park in front of all those fans?
It was really great because, like, I recognized a lot of the people there who had been coming to POW for a long time. One of my best friends was in the crowd as well. He made it sure that he was there at that show. He wanted to make sure to come and support me. Yeah, the feeling in the crowd too is just like seeing all the little girls in the crowd light up when I won the title. That's probably, it means the most to me, because being some kind of role model for them, it makes everything feel a little bit more special.
One thing I saw you mention on social media after your title win was you referenced your father, who passed away when you were young, and talked about his love of baseball. And talk about that connection, your father winning the championship at a ballpark.
Yeah. My father passed away kind of middle of college, and yeah, when I was growing up, he played softball, but he always loved baseball. He had a whole big collection of baseball caps in his office, and I remember going to baseball games ever since I was like little baby. I was really afraid of the mascots, so I remember crying at a lot of these baseball games, but it was always a very special memory, just him and I going to see a baseball game. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico originally, so we'd go see the Albuquerque Isotopes. I know that he would have thought this was the coolest thing ever. My mom's not too thrilled, but he would have thought it was cool. And to marry kind of like baseball and the way he would have supported me, it's just, I feel like he's with me, even though he's never gone to see this part of my life.
Yeah, well, win a few more championships. I'm sure your mom will come around to it
She'll
eventually.
come around to it.
You know, you've battled so many opponents
in your young career of all genders. And I think beyond that, all the different opponents you've fought, you've also fought a lot of doubters in your career. A lot of people who think that, you know, you might be getting too much too soon, or that you're getting too big for your britches, or you're getting into deep water. So I guess what would you have to say to those doubters out there?
I think it doesn't really matter like what they think about me or what they say, because I know, and the people close to me know how hard I work for this. They know how much it means to me. They know that every opportunity I've gotten is not something that was just handed to me. It's because I've put in the time, I've put in the work to make myself one of the top competitors in the PNW, to show everybody that I deserve to be where I am right now because of all that hard work I put in. So yeah, the doubters and haters can keep on going, because I know in my heart that this is where I'm meant to be.
You're the woman on top now in POW Pro Wrestling, which means you've got everyone in the locker room gunning for you. So I guess I'll leave it up to you in this hypothetical situation. Who are some of the people you're really hopeful to defend that championship against?
I think it'd be really cool if maybe Jaden and I could go one-on-one. We're both kind of have a super strength, superhero character about us, and I think it'd be cool if we could see what that looks like, going at it for the POW championship. I'd love to get some of my favorite Canadians back down to POW. Nicole Matthews, if I could face her for the championship. Elliot Tyler, who's been coming back. I think that would be really cool as well. Casey Ferrara, who's a newer person up in Canada who's been making a lot of waves too. I think that could be awesome. I would love to face Spencer if he was well, but maybe down the line.
Well, Amira, my last question for you here in this interview is really more of an opportunity for you to make any final statement or address to the Powder Keg as the new face of POW Pro Wrestling.
I just want the Powder Keg to know that I don't take this opportunity lightly. Becoming the champion means the whole world to me, and I know it means a lot to the Powder Keg as well. I am going to be the best champion that I can be. I'm going to be the most competitive champion in POW history, and I'm not just doing this for me, I'm doing this for all of the Powder Keg.
From fan to ring girl to interviewer to wrestler to champion. Strong words from a strong champion, the Tower of Power, Amira. Thanks for being here, Amira.
Yeah, thank you.
Join us next week here on POW Pro Wrestling when we go back to the ballpark for another base brawl scramble. 6 individuals will compete for a chance at the Wrestling with Regret YouTube Championship. Who's going to come out on top and challenge Brother Levi Shapiro? Find out next week right here on POW Pro Wrestling.